Hello, Lake of the Ozarks. Gerry Phillips here with First State Bank Mortgage. 3 minutes with the money man starting right now. Hey, there's a big deal going on out there at the current time with respect to financial markets. The GSEs are buying MBSs, and it's a form of QE. Let's define that stuff, okay? GSE stands for Government Sponsored Enterprise, okay? That's Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae and Ginnie Mae. All right, and then the MBSs stands for mortgage-backed securities. Those are the bonds that predominantly determine home mortgage rates. And QE stands for quantitative easing. Okay, now this quantitative easing we're talking about here is not from the Fed. The Fed is the major quantitative easing arm of our country's financial system. Okay, this is a different type of that. $200 billion is a number that has been chosen by the administration to have the investors, Ginnie Mae and Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, to purchase mortgage-backed securities. That is artificial demand, but it is helpful. Was helpful back in the COVID section of 2020, 2021, where things just really went down pretty low. And that $200 billion is a carefully chosen number. It's not random. It's not an off-the-cuff kind of deal. It's what's in the balance sheet readily available and liquid at the GSE level. This has been happening actually the last 7 months. I've noticed that rates really haven't been changing, and I'm wondering why. What is going on here? Well, this is what was going on here. Is they're buying the mortgage-backed securities and keeping, even though treasuries weren't performing well, they were doing this purchases, which were keeping mortgage rates down. And now this is a bit over my head, but I understand the market move and the impacts that are being explained by my source, which is MBS Live. Is $200 billion a big deal? It can be. Over the past 7 months, the GSEs have really performed actually pretty well despite the lackluster treasuries. And then the prediction out there with these remaining $200 billion is rates could fall another half a point. Okay, the bottom line is good, not bad. And there's no clear-cut timeline. You need to measure your situation. You need to measure your life situation, your life, where you at that transactional, if you're doing a refi or a purchase, that's your appetite for risk. That's a big part of it. And that's where I come in and kind of help with the reasoning. We monitor, we watch, and we go from there. And the other three things that I want you to remember is love and value people. Glorify God in all that you do, and I remain the best closing experience in the industry. Talk to you soon. Call me anytime.